Good morning, Jess, or good afternoon, I suppose. It is Thursday, September 10th, and I did have a very good, exciting, fun, ranting video all done up about, religion and ethics and God and making a reasonable argument without using the God made you, I win trump card. I hate when people do that. But apparently YouTube does not like me today, and it didn't load. And it stopped me mid-argument, so I'm really kind of miffed at YouTube's right now. Yeah. So, today's been a good day. It is my newspaper day. So, in about an hour, I go to my newspaper class, and I show them the press release I've been working on. So, that means in about 30 minutes, I get to go upstairs and print out my press release, or what's done of it, and show that to the professor and see if I'm doing a good job or not. I'm kind of a little worried that my other grades in my other classes are going to slip a little because this is really my main priority, is to get the real experience with doing this. I'm not so worried about English. I mean, our English professor is freaking amazing. He's got like half the people that have him are switching to be English majors just because this professor is absolutely astounding. Jess, you would love this guy. He's really got a great respect for books and everything. I'm tempted to buy him a copy of Paper Towns. Just to see what he thinks about it. He's got a great sense of humor. I've been recruiting people for the Nerd Fighters. I told my friend Amanda she needs to join because our liberal arts / ethics / Star Trek class was in a debate today about morality, ethics, and religion. Wonderful combination, right? Well, apparently none of them can make an argument without using God as like the trump card. Because I was trying to argue, I don't remember what I was arguing. Something about God really having nothing to do with religion, and religion having nothing at all to do with morality. You had to have been there for the entire hour. There's no way I can summarize it in about 4 minutes, which is what I'm aiming for. Pretty much I'm just kind of getting annoyed because most of these kids, we have a clump. We have the people who try to think and fail. We have the group I'm kind of in, which is the people that mostly get it, but only like 2 or 3 of us can make an argument without using the God created you trump card. And then you have the absolutely ignorant people. And the ignorant ones are fun because they're the ones. They come. We had a kid in there ask yesterday if swine flu really comes from pigs. I mean, they've only been saying it doesn't for like what, half a year now? Seriously, people, come on. I guess this would be the snobbish intelligentsia, whatever pride I've got coming out now. So I was trying to make an argument without using God as the trump card, and the girl that was in my group that was supposedly like on my side, I would say something like, it doesn't matter who created us or whatever. What is important to the specific argument. I mean, not that it doesn't matter at all, but for this specific argument, where we came from had nothing to do with it. The only thing that had anything to do with this was just what's already hardwired in human beings, like human nature. So we were trying to make an argument that you can have morality without having religion, and that morality and religion really don't necessarily affect each other, or they're not, necessarily something along those lines. And there were kind of 2 parts to this argument. One was that religion really has nothing to do with God, but God has something to do with morality. The other one has to say that even if there was no static, concrete notion of which God necessarily was like in charge, that there's still morality and still ethics. So it pretty much went around in circles because nobody could make an argument without pulling out the God trump card. And it's like, guys, come on. It's not that hard to make a logical argument without throwing God in there every 2 seconds. I know it's a Christian school, but not everyone in the world is a Christian. You have to be able to talk to people and make a rational argument. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by watching the lag on the computer. Anyway, it's really ticking me off, but it's really fun at the same time to do this because thanks to the Ning and the Nerd Fighters, I think I can logic and out-argue anybody in the classroom. My mom would tell me I'm selling out by not using the God Trump card, but you can't argue with logic. People can debate about whether or not there is a God, whether we were created or like we were all sneezed out of something or made by a flying spaghetti monster or whatever. But really, with questions like this, that's not the important thing. You have to look at the specific question. And I think I'm going to stop because I'm ranting. But yeah, Jesse, I know how you feel about all this, so feel free to respond. I might bring up your discussion in the next class or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I've got stuff to do. DFTBA. Love you, sis.